Hello my crochet friends, this is Lady Jenna and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at this crochet kit that I purchased from Dollarama. It's Crochet Your Own Penguin. This is from Castle Craft and the cost is $4.50. Let's take a look at the material we received in this box. This is what you get inside the box. 4 colors of yarn, fiber fill, needle, safety eyes, thread, and crochet hook, size 3.5 millimeter. Also get instructions in English, French, and Spanish. The things you will need that is not in the kit are a pair of scissors, stitch markers, and a pencil or pen. We will start with the head. Because we have changing colors, we will do things a little bit differently. For the first part, from row 1 to row 8, we will follow this. However, for the rest of the rows, these will be crocheted in a round. And it's going to be the same thing for the body. So let's start with the head. For row 1, we do a magic ring and 6 single crochet inside using the black yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remove the tail from the loop. And then you pull on the tail, it closes, and slip stitch into the first stitch you made. And this is row 1. For row 2, chain, and it's going to be 6 increases. Increases are 2 single crochet in each of the stitches. 1, don't forget your stitch marker, very important. So that's my first increase. My second. Third. Fourth. Fifth, and 6th. Slip stitch into the stitch where your stitch marker is. And we're ready for row number 3. Row number 3, single crochet followed by an increase, chain, single crochet, stitch marker, and then an increase, single crochet, increase. Single crochet, increase, single crochet, increase, single crochet, increase, single crochet, increase, and slip stitch to where your stitch marker is. And you continue like this. So row number 4 to 8, finish that off, and I will be back on row 9, this is where we do our change of color, and this is where I'm going to do it a little bit differently. The way I'm going to be crocheting row number 9 to row number 17 is I'm going to be crocheting this in a round. I will not be doing the chain or the slip stitch. It's going to be in a round. The reason why I do this is because of the change of color, and the change of color needs to be at a specific place. So this is why. So let's start. This is my row 8 that I just finished. I'm not gonna slip stitch into where the stitch marker is. I'm going to start my row 9 right away, which is a single crochet. Let's remove the stitch marker, and where the stitch marker was, I'm going to start my row 9, single crochet, and I'm going to add my stitch marker. In total, I need to do 8 single crochet, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we need to change to white. Remove the last yarn over like this, and I'm going to yarn over with the white. So on the last stitch of a color, this is where you change colors. In white, we do 4 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, but we don't finish that one off. What we do is we switch back to black. Now, when you pick up your yarn, when you change color, try to leave it loose. If it's too tight, it's going to affect the roundness. It's going to pull. If this is something you think that you won't be able to do, then I would suggest for you to do this. Cut your yarn each time you're done with it. The black yarn. And what I do is I pick up, I pick up the tail, the white tail and the black tail, and I knot it together so they don't get undone. Not too tight, like this. This way you're sure that the pulling of the yarn will not affect the head. And then you go ahead and you cut your white, because now you're changing color. And then you grab your black. And in black, we need to do 4 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and then this is my 4th one, and I have to change to white. So let's change to white. And then we do 4 white. One, 2, 3, and this is going to be my 4th one. So But before I continue to black, I need to cut my black and I need to do my knots as well. So this one and this one, let's knot these together. This, I'm going to trim. Okay, now since I need to change color, I'm going to cut my white. Now we need to get our black in. Oh, I have to cut my black. It's still attached. And we need to do 8 single crochet in black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We know we're done because right here is where we started. Now let's go back here and tie these together. Now there's other ways to do this, but this is one way. But there's more than one way to do stuff. Okay, so now we're ready to start with the next row, which is row number 10. We don't slip stitch and we don't do any chains. Row number 10, we do 7 single crochet and then 6 white. 7 single crochet in black, followed by 6 white. Okay, so that's 1 stitch marker, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is 7. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is our 7th. Let's make sure, double check. Yes, I'm going to cut my black yarn. I'm going to switch to white yarn. And this will be 6 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and I'm going to pull and attach the white and black yarn together. And trim there. Okay, now we need to change to black. So this was my 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So let's go back like this. Cut our white yarn. And then go get our black yarn. And now we need to do, let's see, So we just did 6, 3 black, 1, 2, 3, and then we have to change to white. And let's just do 1 stitch. This. Now I just need to go and tie up because it's black, it's hard to see. Okay, my black yarn is not, I didn't cut it. Let's cut that. And then tie these together. Okay, so that one's loose here. No, it's tied. Okay, just make sure that there's none that is loose. These two are together. Let's give it a trim. What about this? These are together. Trim. Oh, we need to tie up these two. Okay, so I think that those are tied. Those are tied. Okay, perfect. So now we need to do 5 single crochet in white. So we just did 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's our 5th one. So we can cut our white yarn, grab the black yarn, seven single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that is row number 10. We're done. And we do not do any slip stitch. We do not do any chain. When we start our 11th stitch, it's going to start when we start our 11th row. We're going to start where the stitch marker is. Do the same for the rest of the rows, and this should give you the head. Once you're at the body, I'm not going to repeat the body. So for the body, it's going to be the same thing. Follow the exact same process. For the body, for the first rows up to row 6, you are going to be using chain and slip stitch. Starting on row 7, forget about the chain and the slip stitch and do the crochet in a round like I just showed you. Before we continue with our crochet penguin, I just like to mention that these videos are not tutorials. They're help. They're basically a help that I'm providing you to be able to crochet these. but they're not tutorials. They're not step by step. They are just, they're a type of review of the materials and review of the pattern, and I'm going to test the pattern and show you a few things about it. So this is the type of video I'm doing. This is the head. I just completed it. I did add the eyes and the little embroidery details. And also this is how it looks like stuffed. I also did complete the body. What I wanted to show you is how to close this. Currently we have 12 stitches. To close this off, what we're going to do is I'm going to take a needle and I'm going to grab the front loop of each of the stitches. I should have 12 of them, just the front loops. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, oops, 11, and 12. I apologize if this was not in frame. I was actually looking closely to find these front loops. Then I pull and it closes just like that. You're going to push your needle in the middle and it can actually come out this way and then go back in and come out right here, and you can cut it. They will stay. So this is our body, and you're going to sew the body and the head together like this, going through here and on top, and just normal sewing. Next we have is the hands. I've done the hands. The hands you need to stuff the hands, and what I like to do is I like to close them. I like to close them and squeeze them like this. I sew back and forth. I did do one of the feet. I did do a foot. The second foot I did not do because I'm going to show you how it is done. So the foot, we start with 6 magic ring, 6 single crochet inside, then we do 6 increases for row 2, and then 12 single crochet for row 3. So let's do this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Remove the tail. Slip stitch into the first stitch. And this is your row 1. Row 2 is 2 double crochet in each of the stitches, which is 6 increases, chain. Of course, the increases is 2 single crochet in each stitch. I just did 2. Don't forget your stitch marker. So that was 2 single crochet in 1 stitch. Let's continue. This is an increase. Oops. another increase, another, and now we're at our last increase. So what you see here is your chain, because we did chain. You don't do anything with the chain, it does not count as a stitch. Now slip stitch into the first single crochet you made. And that's your row number 2. So for row number 3, you're going to, next row it's going to be a single crochet all around in each of the stitches, chain, and then a single crochet all around. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. You're going to slip stitch into your first single crochet, and you have row number 3 completed. The next row, row number 4, is where you're going to change to the black yarn. Pick up the black yarn, and we're going to create our chain with the black yarn. This, and then you start with your single crochet, and the pattern is 1 single crochet all around. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So we're done with our 12. Before I do my slip stitch into the first stitch that we made, I'm going to cut my yellow yarn, and I'm going to knot it with the tail, the black tail that I made, this one, so it's secure. Like this. And now it's going to be time to weave in the tail that we got from our magic ring, which is this metal tail. You pull and you weave it in after you continue with the other rows. Once you're done, you're going to get this exactly. Let me just show you how I take care of this. I'm going to stuff it a little bit at a time until I'm satisfied of the stuff. We don't need very much, just a little. You can put as much or as little as you want to. Okay, let me just remove, okay, that was a little bit too much. And then we're going to close this. To close it, I'm going to grab my needle. And by pinching these two sides together, I'm going to sew this closed by grabbing the full stitch. And that's it. That's how I close this. So when I'm ready to sew, I'm going to take my body and I'm going to sew it this way. See, like sitting down. So you're going to sew it like this, and you're just going to sew from here and then through the same hole and across. That's how this is done. Same thing for the arms. You're going to close it like this. We need to do the nose. Now the nose, how the nose is done is you're going to crochet the nose around the chain. Let me just show you. So start with your slip knot, and you need to do slip knot, then 4 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. You're going to work back loop only, and it's 3 single crochet, and you start from the second chain from hook. So this is 1, 2, so the back loop only, and you do 3 single crochet, 1. So I like to place my stitch marker just to be on the safe side. We never know. Sometimes it looks simple, but okay, 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 on one side, and you're going to turn and you're going to do 3 single crochet on the front loops, which are these 1, 2, and 3. One, 2, and 3, and you slip stitch into the first stitch that you made where the stitch marker is. That's why I had my stitch marker there to make sure I could find it. And there we go. So next row, 6 single crochet, chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then we join where the stitch marker is. We do a slip stitch, and we are done. So let me just cut this off. Okay, so this is our nose. I'm going to weave this tail, I'm going to weave this tail, and then I'm going to turn it around like this, inside out, and this is going to be your nose. Okay, the nose, I'm not going to sew it, I'm going to glue it. I'm going to take glue gun and I'm just going to glue it like this. It's going to be way easier to glue it than to try to sew this. Let's get ready to do the hats. First thing you do is you're going to do a slip knot and then 20 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. you're going to skip 2 stitches, and on the 3rd chain or stitch from hook, you're going to start your double crochet. In total, it is 18 double crochets. So this is my first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So this is my first row. At the end of this row, it says to do a slip stitch. We don't do a slip stitch here. I mean, there's nothing to do slip stitch to. So that is a mistake. No slip stitch in any of the row like this. Then it tells you to do a chain. We're not just going to do a chain, we're going to do 2 chains. This is another mistake because we need to get up to the right level to do our next double crochet. Well, so chain 2, fix that, chain 2, turn, and you need to do 18 double crochets starting on the first stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you continue like this until this last stitch right there, and then you're going to chain and you're going to turn again. No slip stitch, and when you turn, you need to do 2 chains and not just 1, like it's written. So when you reach row 7 and row 8, you will notice you will need to do increases, and these will be double crochet increases, which is 2 double crochet in a stitch. Please go ahead and continue up until row 8. Once you are done, I'll be back and we're going to do the rest of the hat together. After 8 rows, this is what you should have. And next is to sew. This closed like this. You sew just the top part, but I'm not going to sew it. I'm going to single crochet it to give it a better finish. And try to match up. So do a chain and then try to match up. So this is my first stitch to the last stitch like this, and then single crochet, and do this across, and take your time. Really look for that stitch. And there you have it. So you're at the end. Cut your yarn. Don't forget to weave this in. Weave this in. So this is how your little bonnet looks. I don't know if you like this aspect. If you don't, you can turn it around and then it looks more like a finished look, like this. Don't forget, you need to create 2 strings, like 2, and these strings are 15 chains each, here and here, so you can attach this onto your penguin's head. So this is how the hat is done. So this was the last thing to do. Next, just assemble everything together and I'll show you the final results once mine is assembled and finished. Here we have it, our nice little penguin. It's a little bit smaller than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would have been a little bit bigger, but we've done it. We've managed to crochet this tiny little penguin. I hope they enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe and have yourself a great day. See you in the next video.